17 ways to protect your money from the looming financial disaster. Finding ways to protect your hard-earned money from the looming financial disaster. From wise diversification to risk management mastery. Look no further, for in this eye-opening video, we reveal 17 strong strategies for strengthening your financial fortress, as well as insider secrets to making sure your wealth remains secure in the face of uncertainty. So get ready and don't let the looming disaster catch you off guard. Start protecting your money today. Above all else, don't overreact on the grounds that downturns won't endure forever. Assuming you lose your employment or your pay transforms, you might need to scale back or utilize your rainy day account. However, you can continuously get that cash back. The typical length of a downturn starting around 1900 has been around 15 months. Set aside cash for crisis for 12 months to 2 years. Specialists say you ought to set aside sufficient cash to take care of your living expenses for 3 to a half year in solid economy. Sell the things you own. During the incomparable downturn, individuals who sold utilized things did well overall. Things you never again need can be offered to recycle shops. You can remove the agent by putting your things on Poshmark, eBay or Kijiji, which are online commercial centers for trading. Improve your business esteem. In a tight work market, working on your abilities or getting seriously tutoring will make you more attractive. Think about the cost of gas. In the event that you are going out of town to shop or run errands, ponder how you can accomplish more in one excursion than in a few. Set aside cash for a crisis before you take part in a downturn. Try not to begin financial planning for the long run until you have sufficient cash for crisis. Losing your employment can place you in a ton of obligation, and exorbitant premium obligation can make your speculations lose cash. Try not to let your credit cards go dormant. Sit back and relax and drop your charge cards at the present time. Your FICO rating considers how old your records are. Keep your visas open regardless of whether you're moving sums. If your debt is almost up, now is a good time to renegotiate. Since last year, the typical 30-year fixed contract has almost multiplied. Nobody knows without a doubt, assuming that this is the most elevated that rates will go. However, securing in a lower rate presently can safeguard you assuming they do. Limit high-interest loans. Call the organization that gave your MasterCard to check whether you can get a lower loan fee. For instance, perhaps you have been with them for quite a while or you've generally paid on time. In the event that you cannot get your rate brought down, you should move your credit card to a card with lower revenue. Get ready to borrow some money. Many individuals need to get the means to get past difficult situations during a downturn, which is fine. Yet when loan costs are high, banks will take a gander at your FICO rating. This makes it harder, while perhaps not more costly, to get advances. So make an arrangement to work on your score. If you have a mortgage with a low interest rate, don't move. Many individuals believe taking care of obligation during a slump is brilliant. However, I wouldn't recommend that. It very well may be smarter to pay the base and keep the money close by, as it were. Buy in number if you can afford it. Assuming expansion proceeds, anything you get a good deal on today that you'll need to utilize later will set aside you considerably more cash subsequently. Mass buys like bathroom tissue, toothpaste, shampoos, cleansers, and surprisingly, durable canned products are great. Settle on frozen natural product. On the off chance that you generally purchase new products of the soil, you should take a stab at getting them frozen. Frequently, the things in the cooler segment are similarly basically as solid as those in the new area, last longer, and cost significantly less. Switch jobs. If you have any desire to change vocations, search for occupations that will be protected regardless of whether the economy gets awful. During a downturn, no occupation is absolutely protected, yet a few positions, similar to those in fundamental administrations, are more secure than others. Contemplate occupations in well-being, educating, regulation, bookkeeping, public security, utilities, squander the board, and different fields that keep society running. Create other revenue sources. During a downturn, losing cash is one of the greatest dangers for clients. Cut that gamble by landing another position. You can get a second hourly line of work with free hours, such as bartending or tending to tables, the two of which have a ton of employment opportunities at the present time. On the other hand, you can utilize applications like Uber, TaskRabbit, Instacart, and Meanderer to begin a side business. You can likewise make a constant flow of cash by leasing your property or even an extra room in your home. Purchase from brands with no name. Things like garbage sacks, lights, paper, cosmetics, cleanser, pet food, canned merchandise, and different regular food items can frequently be purchased for less cash and give practically a similar quality. Invest in industries that can keep going even when the economy is bad. Putting resources into laid out, notable organizations can assist with facilitating the apprehension about getting some unacceptable stock. Financial backers should see regions like sharper staples, energy, and medical services that will quite often do well when the economy dials back. Search for things that conflict with one another. Expand your portfolio by getting sets of resource classes that go poorly or conflict with one another. This can assist you with losing less cash for the time being, assuming stocks continue to fall. This is on the grounds that the worth of one resource class will in general go up while the worth of the other goes down. Thus, these were the 17 methods of safeguarding your cash from the approaching monetary calamity. By carrying out these 17 important techniques, you can take a proactive position to shield your well-deserved cash and secure your monetary future. The Public Department of Financial Exploration, NBER, says that a downturn is a drop in monetary movement that is far and wide and goes on for in excess of a couple of months. A portion of the things the NBER takes a gander at are purchaser spending and occupations. In the primary portion of 2022, the US GDP, gross domestic product, went down for 2 straight quarters. In any case, in the second from last quarter, it went up at a yearly pace of 2.6%. At 8.2% expansion is as yet going up and is currently at its most elevated level in 40 years. Sadly, an ever-increasing number of specialists imagine that a downturn is coming as a result of these signs. You have presumably currently known about essentially a couple of downturns. The incomparable downturn, which occurred from 2007 to 2009, is possible the principal thing that rings a bell. It was one of the most exceedingly terrible monetary issues since the economic crisis of the early 20s. You additionally went through the briefest stoppage in US history. It occurred from February to April 2020, when the COVID spread all over the planet and halted the world economy. Downturns are difficult situations, yet they're likewise an ordinary piece of the business cycle. In the event that you know how to prepare, you can at any rate keep your funds safe and no more use them to track down exceptional ways of bringing in cash. So the strategies recently expressed are a response to your likely issues, so be ready to utilize them. You can prepare for the following rut by giving close consideration to your cash, getting more cash, developing your money holds, and putting resources into a consistent, bit-by-bit way. Assuming you do this, you might emerge on the opposite side with much more cash than expected. Thank you for watching. We hope this video has inspired you to delve deeper into the world of finance. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates and trends.